Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spooked. The Scary Story Improvised Podcast. I'm Damien Depping.
I'm Colin Morey.
I'm Cody Crane.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
We came in hot, and then it just kind of fizzled out there.
Well, yeah. Well, because I'm a new man now.
Oh, you're a new... What? Why? What's changed?
Well, I just got back from Martha's Vineyard.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I took a whole week trip, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, well, that's why I...
So when I saw you last night and the day before...
Well, no.
Oh.
Did you?
Maybe. Maybe it was just the thought of you.
I don't know. I got this delicious white wine, and where else would I get it from?
The bar?
Literally anywhere else?
Where else would I get a taste of it?
I don't know. Where?
A taste for it.
What kind of wine is it?
Yeah.
White.
Any more details or just...
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Maybe you should go to Martha's Vineyard, and you'll have the...
then you can become a sommelier.
Yeah.
I'll take a week off. And
Tell
go
me
to
those
Martha's
tasting
Vineyard.
notes of that. Is it...
Wine.
Okay.
But I have exquisite taste now
For wine.
for wine and for people because we have a
Alan
Canadian...
Dershowitz.
If only.
He was at Martha's Vineyard and no one liked him anymore. Wow, wow, wow.
That's most things about him, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he used to be an actual, He's kind of the Miller. Who is, I'm not going to say Steve. That's the singer. Who's the comedian?
Dennis Miller?
Dennis
Yeah.
Miller.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
the Dennis Miller of journalists. Don't you think? He suddenly realized, hey, it's more easy to just be right wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to
That's-
think of really clever things to say. I just
That's
need
true.
to say, don't you just hate other people? And then you can just, don't you hate black people and the things they do?
That's a career.
Anyway, that's the thing.
But don't you think of yourself as much better than Alan Dershowitz?
Well, he seems to have more money than me, so on that scale, I think he's better than me. But I believe I could, in a lot of ways, I could be more charming than Alan Dershowitz.
You are Canadian comedy icon Seán Cullen.
All right, we should say who I am, because here's the thing about being a Canadian comedy icon. No one knows who you are. So if I was just sitting here, you'd just never know who I was. What's your T-shirt all about?
Well, it's the Mighty Boosh. It's Old Greg.
Oh, right, of course it is Old Greg.
But in the old style of that classic poster.
Well, it's Rosie the Riveter,
Yeah.
but he's a green man with seaweed for hair. And it just reminded me of Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, where, you're new dog. You're the new dog.
Yeah.
That's great. The new dog's here. Great. Good luck. Anyway, that guy is great. But he looked like that guy a bit. He is, Noel Fielding is insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a truly insane man.
And you
I worked
know
with
this
him.
from Unnatural Acts.
Do you actually know that show?
I do. I've watched all the episodes.
Was it terrible? Because
It
I could
still holds up.
really.
The video
Yeah.
quality we saw.
The
yeah.
video quality does not
It
hold
was
up
one of
on
those like
One of those
YouTube rips.
240
Well,
Yeah,
one of
it's
my
like-
favorite people in the world, Rich Fulcher, is in that show with
Yeah.
me. It was me, Rich Fulcher, little baby Noel Fielding, who was the squashed Elvis, and
Julian
Joel. Sorry,
Julian Barrett.
Julian Barrett. And Julian is one of the funniest people in the world. Like, I just think he's hilarious.
Did you watch Mindhorn on Netflix? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Have you seen Rich Fulcher in what's the weird show he did with? Oh, he did a sketch show called, why can I not remember it? But I've got a baby. I got a baby. He did this rap video where he has a baby in a baby carrier. And he's walking around the streets. I got a baby. Well, Rich Fulcher is one of the most fucking crazy people I know. Like, he's just one of the funniest. There's a funny thing about him, and I'm sure this is common knowledge now, but he never told his parents he was a comedian. And his father was a general. His mother was a very high-powered attorney. And Rich went to the bar. He went to law school and passed the bar and never bothered to do. He's kept telling his parents he was in entertainment law. And to the point where, or he was an entertainment agent and represented entertainers. And meanwhile, he was working at Second City or whatever in Chicago and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Or doing that weird, they used to do a science lecture. You've probably never heard of it. But there were three guys, and they would get a topic from the audience, and then they would try and prove a topic like Jesus is made of corn. And then they would scientifically, from three different viewpoints, figure out. Anyway, but he would call, his parents would call, he would have his parents call, they had his phone number, the phone number of an agency, and whenever his parents called the agency, they'd say, oh, he's out of the office right now, because he had a friend who worked at the switchboard there.
Yeah.
So he's out of the office right now, but I'll get him to call you right back. So then she'd call him and say, call your parents because they're calling to see what you're doing. And it was just the craziest life that I've ever.
But he's out, like his face is out there.
He's out there now, and he's completely like drunk history and all that stuff. And he's one of my favorite people and the funniest person in the world. I think if I had a dream, it would be that we two would do a show together and just be stupid. We had a bunch of shows that we
Make
had
it
planned.
happen.
Well, I had one that where it's called the HMS Gigantic, and basically the sister ship of the Titanic also sank, but the four of us, Julian Barrett, Noel Fielding, Rich Fulcher, and I, are trapped at the bottom of the ocean for ever. But it keeps us young because of the pressure. So we're in a barometric pressure chamber, basically. So we live forever, and we just sit down there. We're trapped in a bubble of air, and we start growing plants and stuff, and we live in the basically in the ballroom of the Gigantic, and we sit there for all time, just trying to amuse each other. That's one show. The other one was called Time Jerks, where Rich and I were two guys who are mall security guards who find at the Sharper Image store. This guy's developed a time machine, and we keep going back in time and ruining everything, and then having to go back and fix it. It's the stupidest, most obvious show of all time, but that's what I'd like to do.
Well, I mean, when you're watching Unnatural Acts, all of your chemistry together is so good too.
See, I thought while I was doing that, this is the worst show of all time.
I
was worried that it was the worst show of all time.
I love the sketch with the window in the apartment.
Yeah.
Where I'm
Yes, exactly.
squatting.
Yeah.
I really have a tiny penis, and everyone knows that now. But I forget what the man's name is, Mr. Oh, this is so long ago. Is there a sketch where we're in a? Did we do the defensive lawyer in that series? No, where I'm a lawyer who's really defensive about everything. It's like if you contradict me, I go, oh, what do you mean? It's so stupid. But there was one about a meat restaurant where everyone's constantly having cardiac arrests. There's one. I'm just trying to remember sketches from the show. God, but anyway, that character was really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so perfect as it goes on through the episode, and it keeps coming back. It gets crazier and crazier.
Well, I was hoping it was good. I was thinking that it was over-directed, that show, but maybe I was wrong.
No,
it went well.
Yeah, it held up. Like we watched it, like 3 months ago? Probably?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't that
Really?
long. It
Yeah,
wasn't that long ago
ago
that we saw.
It was a weird time because there was comedy being produced at the Paramount Comedy Channel, which was kind of like Comedy Network for Britain. And so they were doing like co-productions. Why we can't do them here, I have no idea. Why you can't have American performers on Canadian shows unless they're married to Canadian people or something weird like that. You know, I just would love to do a show with Rich, for example.
Yeah.
And we just had so much difficulty trying to make that happen. But Britain's just the best place to do comedy and weird comedy.
How did you find yourself? Because you're from Canada. How
I'm
did
from
you
Canada.
Find
I
yourself
used to
there?
do touring. I toured a lot. We toured a lot as Corky and the Juice Pigs, and I toured myself. And we did the Edinburgh Comedy Festival, Edinburgh Fringe Festival, a lot. And so I met a lot of people there, and I was doing my solo show, and right in the same theater, right after me, was the Mighty Boosh original show, the first one they ever did, the Zookeepers.
Yeah.
Right. And they were amazing. And also Matt Lucas, who is went on to do Little Britain and David Walliams. But it was before he was with David Walliams, he was doing a character who was an actor, this great British actor, and it was just hilarious. And he glue eyebrows on because he's got alopecia. He has no hair whatsoever, so he grew paste on these giant eyebrows in a ridiculous wig, and he would just talk. I was doing a similar show where I was Dame Sybil, who would tell bizarre theater anecdotes where people were violently murdered and stabbed with bottles and stuff like that, and you know. So I was in around all these people. Like when we first went to Edinburgh as Juice Pigs, right upstairs from us was Vic and Bob. They were playing downstairs, we were playing upstairs, and we got constant complaints from them that our show was too loud and ruining their show. And Eddie Izzard was at the theater in the same complex. Mm-hmm. It's just like the thing about the Edinburgh Fringe is so compacted with comedy, and at that time you could go and see a show for £5, which is probably about $10 at that time here. Yeah. And then we were, you know, now it's big time and it's very expensive, but back then it was just like, people would come up with £100 and say, I'm going to see 20 shows, and they go and see amazing performers who are now huge. Yeah. And so anyway, how did I get to do that? I don't know why. I met Rich, and Rich and I were just hit it off. We were very similar minds, and we like to just riff and talk, and he kind of brought me in on what this show was going to be, Unnatural Acts, and we had a great director, and it's so long ago I forget every detail, but it was really, really fun, and we got to write all the sketches. I remember we were just writing as kind of within we wrote for about 2 weeks before we actually shot, and then we just shot, and they got whatever sets they could manage. Well, I remember there was a meat restaurant set. The set was in a swimming pool, a drained swimming pool. It was bizarre. It was really, really fun. And people were very open, you know, like Julian at one point had to be naked with a sock over his penis, sitting on a bus beside me. And I'm a happy little squirrel. Did that make it on the show? I'm a happy little squirrel. I love to run all day. I climb a tree, hide my nuts, then I run away. Maybe that, I don't remember. But there was a guy would appear every once in a while and sing that little song. Anyway, it probably never made it into the final edit. But it was really, really a great time. And I felt like I was really having fun. And what happened? Nothing. They all did very well. I'm a piece of poop.
No, you went on to conquer.
Conquer what?
You conquered theater. You're the king of voice work.
Am I?
Yeah, you've been knighted.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not a king. I'm a knight. So that's different, isn't it?
Jeez, Cody.
In Martha's Vineyard, it's all.
Well, you know what? I'm holding back my criticism of Cody because I kept calling him something else. And last week, his name is Cody Crane. Yeah. I kept calling him Cody
Chase.
Yeah. Why, I don't know.
Cooler name.
Cody Chase is back and he's naked. I don't know why I was calling him that, but I did. And I apologize for it now. But now that you're a wine connoisseur and a Somalian, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, never be forgotten now.
No, he'll never be forgotten in the depths of histoy.
Oh, no one's ever going to
Somalians wandering the street, just trying out different wines.
You're a wine pirate.
Wine pirates.
Yeah.
So, here's a joke that I've abandoned. But, you know, Mogadishu, there was a news report I read a little while ago. Well, it was a while ago, and I said, it said, hotel in Mogadishu bombed, several injured. And I was like, wow, a hotel in Mogadishu? that bizarre that there's a hotel in Mogadishu? Who the fuck is going to Mogadishu? Honey, we've got a great deal on a hotel in Mogadishu. Do you want to go? No? Why? Oh, there's no roofs. And we'll have to escape. Okay, I get it. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking, but I've already put a down payment on the Mogadishu Hotel Mogadishu. It makes more sense than Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, that's true. And there's 3 of those.
I guess there's a high demand for that adventure tourism now, right?
No, there is.
Yeah, so I think
just try to escape from your destination.
Well, they're already escaping from home, so.
Oh, well, that's true. It's just a 3-day escape. Sorry, I thought if I'm going to cough, I might as well go big time.
Yes. Yeah. Well, to get into an even spookier note than that, we want to know, do you believe in ghosts?
Well, the jury's out. I kind of don't. If ghosts wanted to talk to us, they'd just come out and talk to us, don't you think? Like, here's my thing about it's ghosts, it's aliens, it's all of that stuff. If aliens are visiting us, why are they so secretive about it?
Yeah.
I mean, if they have the technology to travel light years to come here, one, wouldn't they just conquer us?
True.
Two, what are they so worried about from us? Are they really ethical and just don't want to interfere but anally probe people instead?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just they want
to drink this
slowly...
Everyone's got their thing.
They want to just slowly ruin each person's life, one person at a time.
Well, yeah, okay. But I'm talking about aliens, and that's not what we're talking about. Ghosts.
Yeah, because...
Ghosts, people have an energy, and I believe in, the ability of the mind to manifest things and to heal human bodies, and not like somebody to come up and rub a blueberry on your ass and then your colon cancer's gone away. But I mean, you can force yourself to do amazing things with your mind and your body connected together. But what happens to this energy when we die? Where is it dispersed? Where does it go? Obviously, there's some kind of... People have been reporting these things for centuries, millennia. People believe in an afterlife or some kind of existence beyond death.
Yeah.
But why has not a single person definitively come back and said, yes, I was dead and here's what it was like?
I think people do that a lot, but it's just
But it's
we
baloney.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's baloney.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything that could be considered a paranormal experience?
Yes, well, I've had a couple, I think. I'm going to go one in particular where I was in university and I was staying in the summertime I was in Windsor at the time going to acting school. And I stayed over and it was so hot and I stayed downstairs and I had a dog with me, my little dog. And I was sleeping on the couch because it was so hot upstairs and I was trying to go to sleep and I was just on the verge of sleep when I heard right at my ear very clearly someone say, "Get out." And I was like, terrified.
Yeah.
And I was like, the dog was over on another couch, and I was like, "Get over here, save me from the ghost." And it was not interested and did not hear the thing, which it made me think it was probably a hallucination.
Because
by
usually
exhaustion.
the dogs are the ones that react.
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Usually dogs are climbing trees and doing needle points, saying there's a ghost.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Animals manifest it more clearly than humans. I can't think of another. I've had experiences myself where it's like sleep paralysis, which makes me believe I think a lot of things like alien encounters, people experiencing ghostly manifestations. Often it's on the verge between when your body's awake and your mind is sleeping, or your body's sleeping and your mind is awake, and you feel restricted and frightened and and trapped in your own body. Those things. I have yet to have a true. Oh my God! There's a disembodied spirit floating above me, throwing some mice in my face or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like someone saying, "Help me! You must dig up the backyard and find my soul." Whatever, nothing like that.
Well, I think that your problem with this is that you're too logic based.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Well, this is why absolute idiots usually are like, I saw the ghost in my mother's mouth. And then people go, oh, he's sensitive.
Yeah.
But have you ever checked there?
In my mother's mouth?
Yeah.
Well, she has a lot of dental work, so I don't imagine.
A lot of
there's
places to hide.
A lot of places in there, little cavities and crevices.
Yeah.
Crevi.
We're talking about like dogs being used to detect or how they detect things, but you know, most paranormal shows don't use dogs. I think the only one I can think of is Scooby-Doo.
Well, yeah, and he's really not very sensitive.
No, not at all,
whatsoever.
because they're always just
He's
guys
an
in rubber
idiot.
masks. So,
Yeah.
And he's generally just frightened.
Like it doesn't
What
ring true with the animal theory.
Yeah, because you got a point, though, because you would think, because that's like the biggest theory, right? Everyone's always
Yeah,
like,
like
oh,
animals
dogs
are
and
more
kids can
susceptible
They're
sense
more
to it.
perceptive to
and
the
like
energy.
babies, right?
I guess they say don't never work with animals and kids, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably what it is.
Well, you have to actually pay to have people follow them around and make sure they're not dumb and they're going to school and they're
That's true.
they're
That's
eating
just too much
food and
work.
Yeah.
stuff. And you know, with adults, you just don't care.
That's true. That's very true.
So, like you were saying, Damien, correct me if I'm wrong.
Which is a very spooky name, by the way.
Thank you. I'll be sure to pass that on to my mother. She's heard it.
She
from
loved
me.
that movie. She loved The Omen.
She must have. I don't know.
I read that book and then I saw the movie and I was scared shitless. That stuff scares me more, like demonic possession and stuff like that. Yeah, but then again, if I don't know if I believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Vatican has exorcists on hand and they believe in it. But they also believe in flying babies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that scares me. Why I'm so willing to buy into satanic possession rather than ghosts.
I think kids in general scare me. Like, I would hate to be murdered by a child.
Like a demon child is probably your worst fear.
No, just like a child
Just
in general.
murdered by a regular child.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Like, hey, Mista, and then they just
Yeah.
Stab you in
Stab
the
you.
They're
knee a
like,
few
oh,
times.
there he is, dead. Kid stabbed him.
Well, always, in that scene in Game of Thrones where all the little birds are now working for the creepy guy.
Yeah.
If you watch Game of Thrones, and they get the guy from the temple, and they all creep up on him and start stabbing the crap out of him. Remember that scene?
The sparrow, or like
The sparrows.
the sparrows are like the religious fanatics. Are you talking about
They
like
lure
Varys' little
him
birds?
In. Yeah,
The-
who are
the
taken
kids?
over by
Yeah.
the creepy dude
Yeah.
who injects the fluids into.
No, thank you.
No, I don't like little children. Well,
Especially
it's a
ones with
Pet
needles.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
yeah.
Little children shouldn't play with dead things. You've probably never seen that movie.
Well, that was the dad who was playing with dead things, because he buried the kid there, and that's when the kid came.
Yeah,
back.
that's
So-
right. But
so
it
it's the
started with a
dad's fault.
cat.
It
Started
did.
with a cat.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be like an article about like how an 8-year-old killed me, and then everyone's like, "Oh, well, I would have stopped it." And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but I was,
That's your concern.
You
Yeah.
just don't want to be embarrassed in the afterlife. That's how you
I
die.
was handing him a
I'm bashful.
candy, and he stabbed me in the throat.
Okay.
I bent over to give him a Werther's, and he just slit it.
Is that
Well,
the real?
Werther's commercial has always creeped me out. Have you ever
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the one where it's like, there was one special one in the back, and there's a man just stirring the Werther's
with a
wheel.
weird
Sensually
smile,
stirring
yeah.
caramel.
Creepy.
Is that why they always told kids not to take candy from strangers? Because they were worried the kids were going to murder the strangers?
Yeah, because
I
you'll
think-
be tempted to murder a stranger.
Werther's.
Children, don't murder strangers. Werther's. Now in soft and chewable.
Well, on that note, we got an improvised story to tell.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
We can draw positions here.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we take an egg?
Yeah, a little egg. It's got something special inside.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's an 8-year-old child.
Yeah.
Don't die.
We folded them up. You can fold them more than
Do
7
you guys
times.
know what they are
What?
beforehand?
What we're drawing?
We
No.
We have the same 4 positions
Yes.
that go around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will you explain to me what position means?
Of
Yeah.
course,
What
of
do you
course.
got there?
I got the swing.
Swing? That means you have no responsibility in the story. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I got that too. So
Yeah, perfect. So that's the ideal. Me, on the other hand, I got the severed head of Bret the Hitman Hart, which means I got the celebrity position. So I'll have to do a random celebrity impression at some point in the story. I'm not stricken to that character, but I have 4 options to choose from, and it's Brendan Fraser, Roman Coppola, Vin Diesel, and Rita Ora.
Jeez, those 2 of those people, I don't have any idea what they're like.
I don't know.
You were Roman Coppola.
Oh yeah, it was rum and Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's what we called him, I think.
I guess I'll do Vin Diesel.
Okay.
It's an easy voice to do.
Yeah.
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 And it gives you a great breadth of character and depth of nuance.
Oh yeah.
Emotion.
If I can capture him in this story,
If you can get him like Iron Giant
okay.
or Guardians,
I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah.
either one, such range.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Oh,
right.
we'll see.
So
And,
Colin, that means.
Yeah, I drew the narrator position.
All right, so we're gonna go to canigetit.com for a location, relationship, or a word.
Let's go with a relationship.
And it's a pet groomer and pet owner.
Pet groomer and pet owner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With Vin Diesel?
Yeah, the spooky pet
Vin Diesel.
groomer and pet owner
Okay.
with Vin Diesel.
Does he have any pets?
Let me just check.
We will soon find out.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
No.
It's a Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. Jonathan is in the back of his pet grooming store. He's got a Labradoodle up on the bench. He's got it all hooked in. He's washing its nice white fluffy coat. He's humming a tune to himself. All of a sudden he hears a bang at the door.
Hello? Is anyone there? All right, I'll go and check it out. Ugh. Who are you? And why do you bang on my door so loud?
Well, I just want to get I have a mini schnauzer, and I wanted to get it groomed. I don't know why you're so frightened. You have a pet grooming area here.
Didn't you read the sign? It says don't bang on the door very loud.
I didn't appreciate the grammar of that sign, so I just ignored it. I'm like that. I'm very particular about grammar. If I don't
writes it
believe
how
it's
I writes
grammatically, yeah, well, now I'm not listening to you. So obviously we're not getting along. But I have wondered if you could take Vince.
Wait, did you say mini schnauzer?
Mini Schnauzer Vince.
Vinny.
Mini Schnauzer Vince. Or Vinny. You can call him Vinny Schnauzer.
Yes, come in, come in.
Thank
I've been
you.
waiting for one of these.
Oh my God, it's been raining liquid fire from the sky for a day. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, your shirt's still in flames.
I just can't believe it. I'm glad I wore a canvas outfit. Or I've been burned to the crisp right now.
But Vinny, looks untouched.
What do you mean by untouched? I mean, I love him.
I mean-
I touch him and touch him every day.
Not only does it not look like any flames have hit Vinny, but it looks like you have not, in fact.
Oh, right. Vinny's been in my pocket. I have a pouch that I sew into the front of my every vest I own, and I put Vinny in there.
He pulls out his phone and shows him a complete photo album of all of his
Isn't he
vests.
cute? Look at this one. We're at the Champs-Élysées. I was told that people in Paris let your dog poop everywhere, but that's not the case.
Yes. Well, look at this. Knots all over.
Well, he likes to roll around
In your pocket?
in string. It's so weird. And then it gets knotted literally into his flesh. And I cannot deal with that. So that's why I brought him to an expert groomer. At least that's what your sign says, grammatically correct. I am an expert groomer of dogs. Come on in. Not that weird sign about the knocking, which I just can't even acknowledge.
Well, it looks like your dog's just covered in stitches here. That's not on any of my signs. I don't take care of stitches. And read this sign. No stitch on a dog in this room.
Hey, Mac, what's a dog got to do to get the shampoo rinsed out of his hair, huh?
Wow!
Oh.
There's the talking dog.
What, your dog doesn't talk?
No, he's never spoken to me directly.
All right, well.
Oh, you'd be surprised what its canines can do, huh?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I should have gotten a Labradoodle. I knew that.
It's a very
Sorry,
good groomer.
Vince.
A very good groomer. Mm-hmm. It really brings out the best in you. The speech patterns in our brains.
I'm a Dr. Doolittle of
Yeah.
sorts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does little, that's for sure. Come on, wash this shampoo out, you jerk.
All right, scrub. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're ready to phone it in there.
Well, I'll get back to you.
Well, so you refuse to deal with Vince.
Well, you judge my grammar, but you're so amused by a talking dog that I created.
It's not a matter of being amused by a talking dog. It's being amazed by a talking dog.
I'm a pretty cool guy.
Dogs don't talk. I don't know if you know about this.
I do.
You live in a very sheltered area here. You seem to live a sheltered life where you and your talking dog that comes in and gets groomed.
Whoa, I'm not his dog.
You see, this is even weirder.
I'm a customer here.
Yeah.
So you brought yourself in.
Well, yes.
Wouldn't you like that? If I trained Vinny to talk on his own and he could come in here whenever he wants on his own, drive to me, you wouldn't have to drive him here anymore.
Here's the thing. You've already said you won't deal with my dog. And now you're like, why don't you let me teach him to speak and drive?
Well, it's a catch and release kind of situation.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
this is more of a failure to launch situation, all right? I am Matthew McConaughey, and I am not going to be pushed by you, Kate Hudson.
Well, I'm Kevin Smith, and I shouldn't be in this movie.
You really shouldn't, and I don't know why I've even bothered. But I'm just find it so spooky. Spooky to see a dog talking and you grooming it, and my dog completely covered in knots.
Almost feels like something demonic's at foot, right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
Just then, Vinny Schnauzer starts to levitate up onto the table.
oh, sweet Christmas! How is he? He's possessed.
That can...
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Listen, as a dog, I noticed some unusual presence in this room. You know, as dogs are akin to that, attuned to those otherworldly things, you know.
It's, unusual presence, like that weird candy bowl from Tiffany's that has a human face on it.
Well, I wasn't going to point that out.
Oh, you mean like presence as in a presence, as in someone being there. I see.
I think I just saw that dog levitate.
Yeah, well, what if I was to tell you that your powers weren't made from science? That as a groomer, I had to go to a place beyond science, beyond what you consider to be in this world. Out of this world, some would say. What would you say about that?
Oh, you one of those UFO guys?
Are you going to anally probe me?
Oh, jeez, I hope not.
I will train your dog to do that, okay? I'm not going to do that.
I never asked for it. You seem to,
No, you didn't see the pamphlet. It comes with it. You don't have to pay any extra.
I have to be probed.
See, my problem is I couldn't read before I signed up.
That's weird because I couldn't write before I could read, so I couldn't sign because I didn't understand what words were.
Well, that's fair. That's a good point. How could I sign before I could read?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I think this contract is null and void.
Well, it's seeming like you're putting me on the hot seat or something.
Seems like it. We're going to take you to dog court if you don't figure this shit out.
All right. Welcome to dog court.
Oh, we got here remarkably fast.
Your Honor, you see, I was in there on a Thursday afternoon going in for a routine shampoo and shine. All of a sudden, this guy comes in with a little schnauzer and, or shit, I can't remember. What was he?
I object.
Sir, you can't object to that right now.
I don't want to answer anything without my lawyer.
Oh, okay. Well, where is he?
Finally, he's arrived.
Your lawyer has spoken, and he is present.
Yes, Vinny, thank you.
Well, what evidence do you have that this is actually the man who groomed you?
Well, we had a professionally done photo shoot at the Sears Portrait Studio right before the grooming and during, actually. So it's all chronologically documented in these series of 8x10.
Are they
colored
time
glossies.
stamped?
Oh, they are. And
Your Honor, you've taken pictures with dogs, correct?
Yes, but they were tasteful and homoerotic.
Okay. Well, when you did that mean that you all of a sudden screwed your dog? That you all of a sudden...
whoa.
I had to really get the dog's mind ready for what I was going to do. It wasn't all of a sudden or anything like
I object
that.
to
But I'm
this.
not on trial here.
What does this have to do with fucking dogs? This is about you,
Oh, I forgot he didn't remember that part.
Wait a minute. What?
Vinny here was there and saw the whole thing. Okay, and Vinny is my lawyer representing me.
Did you just admit to to knocking me out and then having sex with me?
I didn't knock you up.
Out.
Ouch. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Exactly, Vinny. Vinny was there. He knows that I didn't have any ill will, that I didn't do anything wrong. I saved you.
Wait a minute here. Are you saying that knocking me out and having sex with me is but you had no ill will?
That was off the record.
Off what record?
Bailiff?
Yes.
Was it off the record?
Let me check.
You're not.
Your Honor, was it off the record?
Well, since we really entered into evidence the fact that you had sex with the dog, it is, I believe, on the record and part of
what I wanted.
part of the evidence in this trial. I will allow it.
Sounds like you're going to doggy jail there, bud.
We don't know that yet until Your Honor.
Can I slap the cuffs on him, Your Honor? It's the first time I'm going to be able to do it.
Well, just give him a good slapping.
Alrighty.
First, give him a good slapping, then slap the
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. You're a bad dog.
I'm not a dog.
That's right. You're a bad dog.
Put your paws behind your back.
But I don't have paws.
Your Honor, I push for the motion to put the cone around this no good Nick.
All of these rules in puppy prison seem to be for dogs. Like I'm not a dog. How can I go to dog prison?
Let it be entered into the record that a puppy restraint system was applied to the defendant.
Listen, sometimes you go to prisons you don't want to. You ever see that movie Midnight Express? They didn't want to go there, but they had to because they broke the law.
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Well, you're not gonna now. Where you're going? Doggy prison.
You're gonna live it.
Lucifer, my savior, please take me out of this situation. Break these cuffs and make me free.
All of a sudden, there was a swirl of red cloud and black cloud and lightning bolts and thunder, and then he just turned into Lucifer and himself and broke out of his chains.
Oh my God. You are the Prince of Darkness, come to visit upon us great vengeance.
That's
Mind if I leave?
Your Honor, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, I'm kind of attuned to these otherworldly things, but I think something supernatural might be happening.
How do you think you got your voice?
Well, I thought it was just groomed so well.
How do you think I got my legal degree and passed the bar? Especially in New York State.
Hard work?
So promptly.
Oh.
That's something to question.
Was it an online degree?
No.
Oh.
It was NYU Law School.
See, the problem with all you dogs is that you don't think quite enough now, do you?
Yeah.
You think You just think that everything just happens, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I really have a very limited scope for thought.
Yeah, get up, sniff crotch, chase car, eat food.
Take dumb.
How
Take
much
down.
time has passed?
Oh, well, 1 minute in people time is 7 minutes in dog time.
If you'd like, bailiff,
Yes.
I can erase time forever. Would that help you?
I don't know if it would help me. I don't know if it would help me really. Like, I still would have a weird concept of time in my brain. Like, would you erase it from my brain?
Well, listen to this way. If you don't have time, then you don't have to go to work.
Do you guys mind if I sit and lick my penis for a while?
Yeah, please do.
Oh,
Your
can I
Honor,
join?
Please.
Lick mine? No, I'm going to look yours. Lick mine.
Oh, you can lick yours if you can reach it.
Vinny and bailiff, you are dismissed.
Oh, he said, anyone can eat this pile of vomit over here?
You just hold on a
Oh,
second.
jeez. Okay, sorry. I was just getting a little peckish.
You think that you can come at me and lay claims without any consequences?
Well, that's why I asked.
That you'll just get a treat at the end of this session?
Well, that's why I asked.
You tried to lock me in prison for a very long time. No one really told me how long, but yeah, I'm sure it was long.
Well, you were in the wrong here. That's why we're in court, and we were giving you due process. We weren't just throwing
I've
you.
given you everything.
Update, couldn't lick my penis. Couldn't reach it.
Bailiff, I said dismissed.
Oh, sorry.
I'll lick it for you.
Thank you, Vinny.
So what are you saying then?
That I gave you everything and you took that for granted. What, you didn't need a voice?
Well, I mean, I was doing fine without it.
It's coming in handy, but then you tried to use it against me. The one thing I gave you.
Oh, yes, that's what it is. As soon as I have a voice and I speak out about all the bad things you're doing to me, then you get mad.
I'm surprised you're not using that cashmere sweater I conjured up for you, too, against me.
Maybe I will.
Figure out a way to do it.
Okay, ha!
He throws it at the devil's face. It gets entwined in his horns.
Bye.
It's becoming stitched to his skin.
Well, congratulations. Oh, where'd he go? This sweater, is this gonna come off?
The sweater is binding itself to the devil's skin.
Vinny, bailiff, stop licking each other's penises and get over here.
I thought you
and
said
try
we were dismissed.
No, you gotta rip this sweater off now, and we gotta find this mutt.
You will never rip that sweater off.
Once it becomes entwined to your skin, it's a part of you. You can never get rid of it. You see, Vinny,
That's right.
it's cashmere string.
It's cashmere string. The finest, most incorruptible string ever made.
Vinny, were you in on this whole time? Against me?
Vinny? Who's Vinny? I am the Archangel Gabriel.
Just then, the Vinny Schnauzer opens its mouth, unhinges its jaw, and Gabriel pops out, wings and all, looking ever so elegant.
Once again, you've been foiled. Oh, Lucifer, son of light, what happened to you?
I was stuck in this world from the last trick you did. And by the way, you are known for your twists and turns, but this is by far your greatest accomplishment.
What, you don't like being a dog groomer who teaches dogs to speak? Is that too cruel a fate for someone who rebelled against God himself?
I just thought I was always made for something bigger, but you had me brushing dogs. And yes, I got them to speak, but I made the best out of a situation.
Yes, the best. Now there's talking dogs wandering around, being sued by the public. That's a wonderful gift you've given humanity. Well done, Lucifer. Well done.
Gabriel, I don't mean to disappoint you, but there might only be 3 dogs that talk at this
Only
time.
3 dogs in 7,000 years.
It was a process.
You, my friend, old friend, what happened to you? Remember the times we used to hang around heaven and you'd, put on, you'd catch all those coins, like you'd put them on your elbow and then you'd quickly, swiftly catch them like that?
Flick them up.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That was amazing.
Landed in my mouth. Swallowed it.
How did you do that? And how did you let yourself fall so far?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I asked you.
Your problem is that you assumed I had more tricks up my sleeve because I had such an impressive one.
Well, the problem is you think I had a problem.
Gabriel.
Yes, Lucy.
Here you are with your twists and turns again.
I am wearing my father's underpants.
Oh. Now what kind of power does that bring?
It causes radiation to emanate from all parts of my body. Soon everyone around this courthouse will mutate and become identical to you, and you won't even know which one of them is you.
Are you trying to help me, or...?
No, I'm trying to make you confused and upset.
Just then, all of the dogs and humans around the courthouse sprout wings and horns and reddish skin.
Oh, you know what, Gabriel? When you first told me this, I thought you were giving me an army, but you're right. This is quite unsettling and upsetting.
Hey guys, I'm kind of attuned to this sort of thing, but I think something bad is happening.
Well,
I just had to come back and put that out there.
What brought you to that conclusion?
Well, I just, I have a sense for these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just naturally attuned to the world around me. Are you going to eat that vomit?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Gabriel, is this nuisance something that you have stricken upon me?
Oh, perhaps you don't recognize that labradoodle.
Oh, don't you say it.
That's right. Please say hello to your old pal, Archangel Michael.
Oh.
You didn't even learn to teach a dog to talk. He's been an angel the whole time.
Did we get him? Did we get him?
Yeah, nailed him.
Can I stop eating this vomit now?
This was...
No, keep eating it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
This was my best accomplishment.
I know, and it wasn't even a real one.
You've taken everything from me.
I know.
And I'm not even original anymore. Everyone looks like me.
Well, what could you do with 1,000 Satans and nowhere to go?
You have ruined my life.
It's my life to ruin. I love it. I dream of these days where I make your life miserable.
Where does one go from here?
He promptly flaps his wings and flies away under the nearest underpass and sits on a downtrodden couch.
Hey, watch it, buddy. I'm a downtrodden couch.
It's my couch now.
He folds the couch up and throws it away. It hits the car.
Buddy, are you gonna come back from soccer practice? Oh my God, a couch!
That's right. Man, under the underpass, I got rid of the couch because it's mine. And I just want to stand here with you. You like that? God. Oh.
You look down, man. You look really down. You should just turn that frown upside down. Like today, I had nothing to eat, so I just drank some nail polish. And it takes the edge off, and it makes you a little bit sick so you don't miss not having any food, right? So you gotta look at the bright side. On the one hand, I was hungry. On the other hand, I drank some nail polish. You get it?
Hey, Hank, you tell him that nail polish story?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
How do you feel, bud?
Well, I mean, if you two could make the best out of life by drinking nail polish, then maybe if I drink nail polish, then I'll be as happy as you.
The homeless man hands him a bottle of candy apple red nail polish.
This is great. Give it a try, buddy.
It's a little misleading. It says candy apple, but it doesn't taste like candy apple.
He takes a big gulp. It's awful. He retches. And then all of a sudden, the two homeless men turn out to be Gabriel and Michael.
We fucking get you,
Absolutely nailed you again,
you dum-dum.
You nitwit.
And we've been sitting here drinking nail polish all day to get you to come down here and do that.
How did you get to the underpass before me? You had to take everything.
God works in mysterious ways. Dad has got a special way of just zipping us around.
Yeah, you gave us this cool app.
That's right. Where's Lucifer going to be at, App?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It predicts my thoughts.
Yeah.
And your location.
Well, predict this.
Are you flexing?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
He's putting coins on his...
course.
He's doing the coin trick.
Oh.
Swallowed the ball.
Lucifer swallows 12 coins all in succession.
Joke's on you. That was your bus fare.
I don't need bus fare.
Oh.
Hop in.
Lucifer hops on the bus.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that. I got Vin Diesel to drive a bus over here, and I'm out of here.
Vin Diesel, he's my hero.
Yeah, well, get this. Tell him then. Well, I don't like the two of you very much.
The bus doors slam and he drives off into the sunset, leaving Gabriel and Michael eating the dust of the bus.
Doesn't seem like a very nice guy, huh?
No, Vin Diesel's not cool.
Yeah, they say you should never meet your heroes.
No, you shouldn't.
They just disappoint you. Wow.
Spooked. That was a scary story.
It wasn't scary at all. I blew it.
No.
I blew it.
I think that if you didn't believe in ghosts before, now you do.
I do.
More so demonic
Demonic
possessions.
possession
Yeah.
of-
I think
of
it's-
angels.
It's pretty spooky thinking about your dog being able to sue you.
That's true.
It would be terrible if your pets could sue.
Yeah, because they see everything.
Yeah.
They
And,
see gray everything.
All your sordid secrets.
Yep.
I was watching at the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
masturbating.
They're masturbating, or you're masturbating
Yeah.
on the bed.
They're
Mutual,
masturbating.
mutual masturbation.
Mutually masturbating each other. While you watch him on the bed, peeking over the side, then he watches you peeking over the side. It's a beautiful life.
It's a bonding experience.
That's right.
Why else would we have pets?
That's right. And if only we have them. I don't know.
Well, on that note, let's do some plugs.
Oh, plugs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the podcast, Sean Pod. You can download that at wherever fine podcasts are sold. And what else? I'm writing a new book and trying to keep cool. I'm writing a new book about superheroes. It's called
cool.
The Hero Business. I'm going to be trying to publish it online with people can sign up to be part of it and sign up to be characters in the book if they sponsor the book and writing the book on Patreon. You can go to my Patreon page, Seán Cullen, on Patreon. So go and see. You might end up in being a hero or villain or something in this weird book that I'm writing.
Very cool.
Amazing. And we'll be tweeting that out at Spooked Podcast.
Spooked.
As well as rate both podcasts 5 stars. Sean
Did you
Pod
say
and
rape
Spooked.
both podcasts?
Yes. Rate them 5 stars.
Please rape them. Don't rape mine. Just rate it. Maybe I heard that wrong.
Rate.
Rate it. Please rate it 7 times.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're having bad luck with that today, pal.
Yeah, I know.
Enunciate, Cody.
You're a serial ratist.
Yeah. You know me.
No, I don't.
Apparently, none of us do.
None of us do now.
This is news to me, and I don't know if I like it.
Did you guys make this box yourself?
Buns patron made it for us.
Buns.
Yeah, on Buns.
Buns Trading Zone.
Buns Trading Zone. Where's that?
On the internet.
And they made that for you?
Yeah, we traded a bag of coffee for it.
Oh my God, that's a lot of work for a bag of coffee, don't you think? They probably
Don't
just
tell them
traced
that.
it and then, they just had a dog do it.
It was only this moment that they're like, I got ripped
Wait
off.
a minute.
No, that's nice. They probably enjoyed the coffee for a long time.
Yeah.
It's always like you look at things and you go, oh, artists are pretty amazing. Because they do that and not even think about it. Like, you go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. Or I couldn't pick a bag of coffee.
You couldn't do either things of the deal.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to thesonarnetwork.com, you can also see a full profile on Sean there with direct
Hi.
links to the social medias.
Hi. You can see it there.
And we just got spooked.
How we did?
Spooked?
Pooped. Spooked. You're supposed to say spooked at the end?
Pooped works just as well.
Spooked. This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network.